Hey, what's up, everybody? Come on, let's get up in here. Man. I told my sis I'll be doing noonish. I'll be going live at noonish. You know me, man. I work on my own time. I'm sitting here watching these trades. Your boy up $400 in that market, man. I'm telling you, man. One thing Trump good for, that dollar going up for today. For today, I'm going to get my $400 up out the market. Or maybe I might take it to 5. I don't know. But get on up in here, man. Listen, man, I don't know if this is going to be a 12-part series. I might have to do this every month. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to go in. Y'all know when I go in, man, I goes in for real. So, this is, if you read the title, this is a public service announcement. I think it's my second one of 2025 for all FBA. Y'all know what the FBA is? Foundational Black Americans. Listen, one thing I can say, in America, they love coming up with fucking names and catchy little catchphrases. MAGA, Foundational Black Americans. I'm going to give you another name. I'm going to say slaves. All right, because I want to say something else. I was going to get real on Cooper. One thing about me, man, my parents gave me class. Islam taught me class. So I'm going to call y'all slaves. Foundational Black America, Black Lives Matter, a.k.a. slaves in America. That's what I'm going to call you. You know why I call you a slave? Because a myriad of reasons. But I'll give you one real quick. Over 70% of Americans don't have a passport. I've said this before on some of my lives. Over 70%, 7 out of 10 Americans don't have a passport. So that's why I call you a slave. And you know why you don't have a passport? Because you don't have no freedom. You don't have no freedom. You work 52 weeks. What did you work? 51 weeks out of the year. And your job gives you 7 days. They give you a week. And y'all sign up for that bullshit. That's a slave contract. They get 51 weeks. You get 1 week. And get your ass back to work in 7 days. Don't be late. That's why, this foundational Black Americans, listen, let's cut the crap. Let's cut it. Y'all all on here crying and y'all all butthurt about Donnie Boy going up in office when his policies are not even going to affect 99% of y'all. 99% of you slaves. You living paycheck to paycheck. You in debt. Your health is deteriorating. It's already deteriorated along with your family. You're feeding your family poison. You don't even know what to feed your family. You don't read labels or none of that. So you have a slave mentality. You have a slave aura. You are slaves. All right. So I'm not going to say no foundational Black Americans. That's just some old catchphrase to get y'all to come on live. I'm going to come live anyway because your boy almost at 1,800. But yeah, listen, man. I don't know. I guess 225, I'm going to have to be the alarm clock in the graveyard because I'm going to keep sounding off about foundational Black Americans, a.k.a. slaves. I don't give a fuck about Donald Trump and his policies. Just like I wouldn't give a fuck about Kamala Harris and her policies. Because they all the same shit. I spoke on Telon Russ throwing up the Nazi joint. I mean, y'all was all up in the roar. Oh, y'all all up in the roar. He commuted and granted clemency to so many people, 2,500. Listen, man. You slaves got to understand something. You can't even lead a country, so why the fuck are you worried about all this stuff that's, you know what I'm saying? You're a slave. You're a slave to your job. You got a slave mentality. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that really would, I started last year with the death of the Black family, and the reason why I said that, and the thing is because integration killed us. We was on the right path before integration. And I'll explain that, being old enough and being well-read. Before integration, there was more foundational Black doctors. There was more foundational Black lawyers, more foundational Black businessmen, more foundational Black dentists, more foundational Black store owners, more foundational Black insurance companies. All this is chronicled. All this is documented. You know what I'm saying? But integration was the death toll for the Black family because we stopped reading and we became ratchet. That's what we love now, ratchet. We love talking about Jim Jones, Puff Daddy, who else you want to talk about? Jay-Z, Beyonce. You love talking about people that then sold their soul And basically they have no benefit, you know what I'm saying, to free conscious thinking brothers and sisters. I ain't gonna, you slaves, love them. That's why this is what you talk about. You love ratchet. You put down reading and you became ratchet. You know what's crazy when 50 and 60-year-old grandmothers is on social media twerking because they got a fat butt. Oh, you can't believe I'm 50. No, what I can't believe you look that I can't believe you look that good at 50, but I also can't believe why you fucking single. Shaking your ass at 50 years old. Because we put down reading and became ratchet. You know? We put down modesty and became muskrats. Real talk. Like I came out of prison, everybody was wearing underwear. That's what leggings are. They underwear. You keep following these savages ass YT people, you know, the letter Y and T. You keep following them because they want to run around showing their camel toe and showing their little flat butts. Now they got butts now, whatever. Those are pajamas. We stopped reading and we became ratchet. And then you can't understand, oh, you know, foundational black American slaves. While we're in this position, you're in this position because of your own doing, number one, because integration, we was to ourselves and we educated ourselves and we knew who the enemy was. You knew who our enemy was. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you exactly right, bro. Hey, geez, you 100% right, fam. You know, this is the thing. Why does every other group of people that come to this country understand America totally better than us? Latinos. Predominantly marry Latinos. Latinos keep their culture. They still speak Spanish in their home and out. They still cook their food. Asians predominantly marry Asians. Keep their culture. Take their money back home. Other Europeans, Russians, Poles, what, you know, we're the only ones, the slaves. We're the only ones, oh, we love America so much. What has America done for you? In 400 years, what has America done for you? It ain't done shit for you but lynch you, systematically murder you, systematically deny you and discriminate against you. And you slaves still want to live here. Oh, I love it so much. Like I said in a previous video, y'all have the largest case of Stockholm Syndrome I've ever seen. And if you read, you would know what Stockholm Syndrome is instead of being ratchet. And I'll explain it to you again. That's when the captor is so enamored, he becomes in love with his captor and doesn't think what they're doing is wrong. And that's what you American black slaves are afflicted with. Stockholm Syndrome, man. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, y'all worried about that that pastor that was up there sounding like MLK. That's how they play in your face. They go get somebody to sound like Martin Luther King on Martin Luther King birth, you know? And y'all, you couldn't wait to go get a MAGA hat. When I see all you clowns, you coons, you slaves still buying into the American nightmare, American dream, you wonder why I packed my shit and got up out last year. So when I come and visit the States like I'm doing now, I'm going to take shots. Blah! Yeah, because I ain't never been no slave. Only slave I am is to God. I'm a servant of God. I'm an Abdullah. Slave, servant of God. That's what I am. That's the only slave I'll ever be, man. Like, I just don't get, like, your mentality. Like, when are y'all going to wake the fuck up? When are all women going to stop twerking? I've been out of prison 10 years. You bitches is still twerking. And I'm saying bitches because only bitches twerk. Ain't no real sister twerking. You know? A real sister working. You bitches is twerking. Always wearing goddamn underwear outside. It's trickled down to the children now. Because you see the kids, you go to a basketball game or a football game. Our children walking around with slides on. Uggs and all that. Y'all so comfortable and lackadaisical that don't have shit. You so happy if you get to move in a white subdivision. You're the only black family, the family of color. Like, you know, I've never seen nobody in love with their captors like you slaves are. Latinos ain't trying to be white. Asians ain't trying to be white. Now you wonder why other black brothers and sisters come from other countries and don't F with us. Now you see why. Now you see why. You know? You know nothing about cooperative economics. You so brainwashed and trained as a slave, you'll talk down on any black business. I ain't bugging with them. They products inferior, but y'all running around with knockoff Gucci, Louis, and everything fucking else. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense, man. That's why I said, listen, man, y'all gonna give me enough material on the iCast to go all the way to 2030. Or I'm gonna say 2000, with 15 years, they're gonna have 10 million humanoid robots. I'm gonna have enough content, thanks to you slaves, because 70% of you don't even have a passport. 100% of you scared to death to leave. You can't even conjure up the idea of leaving. That's how brainwashed a slave is. You know, on the plantation, when the slaves didn't want to leave, and Harriet was the one, you going, I'm gonna pull that gun. Yeah, you already know. Hey, bro, you already, they gonna argue with you all them down about your prices. That's what they do. They're already trained. They don't want to leave the plantation. America's the plantation. Take it from your big bro. I done left the plantation, man. I planned my escape when I was in the belly of the beast in federal prison. I planned it. This wasn't some concerted effort. My man that got boots on the ground in the DR, he was my cellie in prison. Yeah. That's how I was networking. I wasn't trying to find another fucking plug. I'm a retired dope boy. The feds retired me. I'm smart enough. I ain't got to do that. That's why I'm up $400 right now on the euro and the dollar, the Australian dollar and the dollar, the New Zealand dollar, the Kiwi and the dollar, and the British pound and the dollar. I traded all of them today. I waited for the economic news to come out at 9 o'clock and I took off. You know, so that's how I spent my time planning my escape. You know, you slaves, you come up with new slogans. A couple of years ago was Black Lives Matter, but you ain't even out here practicing cooperative economics. You ain't even got a passport. And those that get a passport, they just want to go for a vacation. You know why? Because you're a fucking slave. You got to come back and work for that white T-man. Yeah, them 7 days you get off, the 51 weeks you got to work, them 7 days you get off, you got to come back and work for that white T-man. But we don't practice cooperative economics. We don't put our money together for nothing. No real estate or nothing. Nothing. You don't learn an ulterior mode of how to make money. Learn how to fucking day trade. Maybe you could be up $300-400 right now. Y'all come up with all these slave-ass little hustles, man. Like, come on, man. It's antiquated. It's antiquated, for real. Why we ain't got no black car washes? One of the easiest automated businesses to start in America. Why we don't have no black subways? I'm pretty sure it might be some black owners of subway franchises, but collectively, a subway franchise is less than $20,000. Yeah, less than 20 grand. But y'all call up in this fake ass credit system that exists nowhere else in the world. The Dominican Republic don't have credit. You show up with that bread, you get that spot. Yeah, ain't no credit checks and credit rev. No. They dealing facts with what's in front of them. That green dollar ain't worth shit. Take it with somebody that trades in the foreign markets, in the financial markets. That dollar ain't nothing but a piece of green fucking paper. You just said, like I said, you stopped reading and became ratchet. How can a green piece of paper that's printed in Washington, D.C. with a bunch of dead old white rapists, pedophiles, and slave owners be worth more than fucking bars of gold and diamond that's all over in Africa? How? Explain how. Because they told you that. They lied to you and told, the dollar bill ain't shit. That's why it's so cheap to live in the DR. That's why it's so cheap to live everywhere. But you slaves, you can't think of that because not 70% of you don't have a passport. You love your captor so much and you think you free because you got your house. So you ain't free. Don't make that mortgage payment in 30 years. What's going to happen? You're going to be homeless. You're going to be homeless. They stuck you with that. You signed on a dotted line for a $300,000 house, and 30 years with principal and interest, you pay $600,000-700,000. So where the extra $300,000-400,000 come from? Them greedy ass white tea people that have established this system that does not include us. The system is not fair. It's not built on equality. But y'all still running around here spending all your money with them. All your money. It's sad. It's sickening. And I just, listen, man, I'm going to keep shooting at you because I guess I'm going to have to be the alarm clock in the graveyard because y'all slaves is asleep. And y'all need to wake the fuck up, man. For real. We ain't even got out the first month of January. And y'all crying butthurt about everything. Won't y'all be butthurt about not having term life insurance? Let's start that in January. All you foundational black slaves, get term life insurance for yourself, for your family, and your loved ones. That's definitely one way to start generational wealth, because we all gonna die. So when I die, my 4 children gonna get the proceeds of what I pay. You're not gonna start off in the world behind the 8 ball. First of all, they ain't gonna start off in the world I got anything to do with in America. That's why I moved last year. That's why I'm back getting my family together to get them up out of here. Because I can't. That's why you slaves basically really see me on here when I go live. I can't be around slaves. I'm not a slave. I've been free for a long time. Last time I was a slave was in federal prison. And I understood that clearly. That's why I took the steps I took to learn the financial markets, to day trade, learn the correct religion, way of life. You know, y'all still got white Jesus all up in your church, all up in your house. Like, I mean, you know, that's a slave mentality, man. And like I said, once you stop reading, once integration came, we was done. We was done. I mean, tell me, how does integration make any sense? We wanted to be with people that was hanging and lynching us. We couldn't even go to the schools. They was throwing rocks at the buses. And we wanted to be a part of that. When we had Black Wall Street, Sugar Hill, all that Rose Hill, all these wonderful black communities that was self-built, that the YT people, aka the government and every law enforcement, burnt to the ground. Why do they burn them to the ground and we so inefficient? We so lazy. All these fake ass narratives that you slaves believe. That's why we have such a high rate of alcoholism and drug addiction. Because you know that you can't sustain living in this country unless you are high or intoxicated. Yeah. That's the only way you can live here. It's sad, for real. It's really sad because, you know, I sit here and I look at my timeline, I go scroll through my news feed, and, oh, everybody's upset about this and they upset about that, but ain't nobody upset about we don't hide shit. You don't hide shit. Your family ain't never had shit. I like how, you know, slaves talk about, well, my family did, but what your family did? What land your family gave you? You know what I'm saying? What head starts your family gave you? And I'm not saying some black families didn't get that head start. Very few did, but the ones that did, they jacked it off. They jacked it off. That's why we so enamored with fucking entertainers and celebrities. Because that's the only way you can, oh, there's somebody black got something that guy. Yeah, because they jumping around like a monkey on a basketball court or a football field. That's why I've been stopped watching that shit. That's why my kids will never play no fucking football. Yeah. We're going to do things on our own terms in other parts of the world. I'm really big on that. I'm really big on that. I don't want to do shit in America. Believe it. Like I did last year. You know, y'all want to stay here and go on down to Dunkin' Donuts, go on down to Baskin Robbins, go on down to Starbucks, give all the white people your money. Starbucks support genocide over in Israel. You know, y'all still going to buy your latte. Y'all still going to work for them. That's why that's why I say you slaves. This little foundational black American shit is some bullshit. Y'all some slaves. You teaching your children to be slaves. That's why I said, man, I had so much to unload today. That's why I said this is going to be probably a 12-part series. Once a month, I'm going to come get you back refocused. You know, because y'all be tripping and slipping, man. You worry about all the wrong things, man. All the wrong things. You know, you 50, 60 years old, not a homeowner. Still holding out a dream. I'm going to get a home. I had somebody 70 years old tell me they're going to buy a home. I said, okay. So you're going to be 100 years old and you pay them 30-year mortgage off? Like, just the idiocy, the delusion. But that's a slave mentality. You're delusional. Oh, this is going to get, you know, we're going to hold hands and kumbaya and we're going to get it together, guys. I'm 54. Shit ain't going to get together. Shit got worse. Shit got worse, man. My ancestors before me had way more shit. They owned their homes. My generation came up and jacked them off. But the ancestors before me, they owned their shit. And the only reason they did that because they bust their ass and shit was cheaper then. You're not going to own no home in America now, man. The average median home is $500,000. $500,000. And with principal and interest, that $500,000, you're going to end up paying almost $1 million for that home in 30 years. So that's what y'all really to sign up for. Your good old sweat equity. You know, the house you pay $500,000 for, the white couple down the street, they pay $440,000 for. Yeah, they say 60 grand. That's the type of games they play. And these ain't games, they for real. This is discrimination. America's always been about that, man. That's why you need somebody old enough that have been through the wars and have been someplace that can tell you. You got to wake your slave ass up. You got to get that little blue book, man. You need to get on up. Get on up out of here, man. Don't be scared. There's other black people in the world. America's not the only place for black people, right? And then, you know, the most of the world is people of color. And that's why I said it's amazing how everybody can come here. They don't want to be American. No, they want the benefits of America, which they know they're not giving to slaves. And then they going back to their country, sending their money home. What do Mexicans do? 10 of them be in the crib working, sending money home to Mexico every week. When one of them get a landscaping business, now it's 9 in the crib. They bring another one over from Mexico. When one get a flower shop, when one get a bodega, grocery store, they bring another one over from Mexico, still sending that money home, building palaces. You know? But we here because we born here. Oh man, nah, this ain't it. This ain't our homeland. Get that out your head. For the blacks that was brought here on slave ships, because all of us wasn't. You know, it was natives here, people of color, and I ain't talking about no Indians. Africans was here before slavery. But like I said, we stopped reading and became ratchet. So you don't believe, you know, you're going to believe the narrative that everybody black in America came from slavery, which is bullshit. But I can't help it if you want to be ratchet. I can't help it if you want to go outside with underwear on. You know, everybody wear fucking leggings. Shit is crazy. Fat, big back bras, everybody. Flat butt, big butts. It's sad. I came out here, parents is letting their daughters off in school with leggings on. How you letting your daughter walk through the fucking hallways, these young boys, hormones, male teachers, and your daughter go plopping in the classroom with her butt shaking, no drawers on, twerking in the bathroom, smoke. Oh, we did in the bathroom smoke. These motherfuckers turn up. They fighting in the bathroom. They fucking in the bathroom. Like, yo. And the parents is sitting there like they don't know what's going on. But I forgot the parents are slaves. You got to work 60 hours a week. When you can have a better way learning how to trade, man. Learning how to invest in real estate. You know, like the rest of the world. The rest of the world, you know why they travel? Because they're not in the slave system. But the American government has made you believe this is the greatest country. And, oh, everywhere else is a third world country. Let me tell you something. America's a third world country. You been in Philadelphia lately? You been in Kensington? You seen all them motherfuckers laid out sleep during the day on dope? You been in the 5th Ward in H-Town? You been in Harris County where they got over 50,000 new HIV cases? America's the third world. Fuck you gonna say someplace the third world, man? I walked down the street in the DR, didn't know a lick of Spanish, and I was perfectly comfortable, perfectly safe, making videos and everything, man. But they gonna go, oh, it's so violent. Oh my God, Haiti and Dominican. Stop it, man. Stop the narrative. Like I said, you gotta learn how to read. You gotta learn how to get your passport. Then you can understand what's going on in the world. You're always going to one source for your information. And that source been lying to you since you've been born. But that's what the slave want to do. He lied to the slave. He makes the slave think the plantation is the greatest place. You don't want to leave the plantation now. You get out there in that big bad world. Woo, it's the third world country. Woo. They out here exporting death and everything. Guns and bullets all over the world, killing innocent people. That's what America exports. Oh, don't forget pornography, child pornography and all that, you know. They want to tell you everywhere else is, oh my God, they're child trafficking everywhere. Where they get the kids from? We had kids on the back of milk carts in the 80s, man. I'm 54, kids on the back of milk carts in the 80s. You motherfuckers been stealing kids since then, man. Organ trafficking. And it's always us. That's the brunt. We the ones that get trafficked, people of color. The young brother got his organs taken out and they rolled him up in a mat down in Georgia and it's still unresolved and they got cameras in the fucking gymnasium. And people still want to sending black kids still to that school to this day. That's a slave mentality. That's why I said the death of the black family is real. It's over. You stay in this country, it's over. It's over. That's why I got out. And like many more of me, you know. Y'all don't know the statistic that over 40 million Americans have left in the last 5 years, according to the government. So if they say of 40 million, how many of it is it really? If 40 million, that's a couple states. You know what I'm saying? That's a couple states full of people leaving. In 5 years, how many have left, you know? And when I meet Americans in other places, man, they're so happy. Oh, my God. We sit and cackle and laugh at this Roman circus. High-ass taxes, high-ass cost of living, you know? But the slave is enamored with it. Y'all are enamored with paying a bunch of bills. I've never seen, this is the weirdest shit. Like I said, y'all had the worst case of Stockholm Syndrome. You happy with paying $5,000 and $6,000 a month in monthly expenditures. Mortgage, rent, car payment, car insurance, cell phone bill, food hygiene, and they poison you with fake food. You don't even know. That's what I said. You don't know how to read no more. You like Ratchet. It's a microwave society. Microwave kills it puts radiation in your food. There's no nutrients in the food. Cook your fucking food so you can have nutrients in your kids. Your kids keep eating microwavable food. That's why they got microwavable fucking thoughts. You know? On my news line this morning, I seen a young girl. She stabbed her boyfriend. Came to his Subway. Stabbed him in his heart repeatedly because he would not give her his phone. The manager said the boy would come to work with bruises on him. The manager said that the girlfriend would come in the Subway and just sit there and wouldn't speak to nobody and just watch her boyfriend. This is where we're at. This is a third world country. I don't know what the fuck you know what I'm saying? But like I said, y'all don't have a passport, so y'all don't know. Y'all just believe NBC and CBS and ABC. Who's owned by who? But guess who owns this? Me. Yeah, that's why I can talk the way I talk until they block me. You know what I'm saying? Until they put me in jail like they usually do. But hey, man, I'm the alarm clock in the graveyard. And one of the amazing things is once you leave this country, you see that other people have their own system in place. And the DR, man, they got their own little social websites. Yeah, they be on Facebook, you know, but they got their own little sites that they created, their own little apps. They moving in their own little thing, man. Africa got some of the most intelligent geniuses coming up out of there. Coming up out of there, man. And you know, and y'all don't understand and don't know that. You know why? Because you don't read. You know, the information that's coming to you is filtered through the slave master's lens. So, you know, this foundational black American shit, man, y'all slaves. Y'all slaves. You got to work 51 weeks out of the year, you're a fucking slave. I don't know where you think that, anywhere else in the world, you're a slave. That's why you don't have a passport, because you know you can't leave nowhere. Because you got to be back in 7 days. You know? Because you live in paycheck to paycheck. But you'll look down on the black, on another brother or sister. That's the wild thing. Like, and like I said, man, if you don't break up out of this, this is your death toll. If you don't leave this country, I'm going to say it every month. I'm going to bring you new statistics, new stories. You have to leave, champ. That's the only way, man. You have to leave. Y'all over here not owning shit, talking about voting. Mad because who y'all voted for didn't get in. Your life still wouldn't be shit if Kamala Harris was in there. See how she just shrinked off with the $20 million missing? She brought out a Meg Thee Stallion and Fat Joe, fat ass. You know, like, they insult you because they know you a slave. And now y'all mad at Trump because y'all already know what Trump was going to do. He told you that from the jump. He told you that from the jump. Y'all had him for 4 years. So y'all pipe down. Pipe down. Y'all survived old Donnie for 4 years. Stop acting like it's going to be an apocalypse. You still going to be in debt when he finished, like he was the first term, like he was with Joe Biden. You still ain't going to hide shit. Probably 90% of you still ain't going to have no term life insurance. You don't even care about your next generation. But I bet you y'all going to spend thousands of dollars at that liquor store. You can spend thousands and millions of dollars with the weed, man. All your different strains and all that. All y'all promote is self-destruction. And that's what a slave does, because they don't see nothing else. That's your escape from reality. I'm going to get high. I'm going to get drunk. And all the bad shit that comes out of being in that state of mind. You get drunk, you get DUIs, kill somebody that's not drunk. You get high, you might ingest some fentanyl, kill yourself. It's sad, man. It's sad for real. But yeah, I had to come out and say, yo, y'all gonna keep me rolling all of 2025, man. Because I've been cranking up this month, man. Because y'all butthurt. But y'all ain't butthurt at yourself. That's the thing. You gotta look in the mirror. You gotta look in the mirror. Stop putting that goddamn, all them beauty products in your hair that's giving you fucking cancer. Besides eating your hair out and your scalp going. Like, y'all don't even read the back of the boxes. The Bronner's and all Luster Curl and all that shit. Did you read the back of that shit? You know what lye is and all that other shit? Sodium bicarbonate, cinnamate, benzoate. You putting that shit in your hair so you can get some straight hair when all you got to do is grease your hair, braid your hair, and let it grow? That's what our African brothers and sisters do. Yeah. But nah, y'all want to get your little perms and all that because you want to look like the slave. You want to look like the slave, man. But I'm here. I'm here to help y'all, man. I'm here to help you for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I see you ain't helping yourself. So I'm just going to keep it going. We're going to keep this thread going. February, I'm going to be back. We only got 10 days left. 8 days, 9 days left in January. January's been in, boy, I'm telling you. It's been a pistol. It's been a firecracker. Obviously, like I said, the LA fires, man. The horrible situation down in Louisiana on Bourbon Street. I mean, think about it. And now y'all butthurt about old Donnie. You know. But all you got to do is stop being a slave. Stop coming up with these nice little titles and shit. F foundational black Americans. You niggas don't even read. Ratchet ass clowns. Black lives matter. I can't tell. Y'all don't go into business together. You don't have a business plan, idea, proposal, or nothing. You know what a business plan is for slaves in America? Let's go half on a pound of weed. That's your business. That's cooperative economics. That's where y'all at now. That's where y'all at arguing over who's a better rapper and all this so nonsensical shit. Who better, Jordan or LeBron? Who cares? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Really. At least Bron is helping kids go to college and all that. I don't know what Michael Jordan did, but help his fucking pockets get fat. But that's what a slave does. So, you know, I don't care about them, man. I'm 54 years old, man, and I can throw these motherfuckers, man. Need be. If need be. I done walked that walk, man. I done watched this from afar, and now I'm back up in it. That's why I got my passport and got the fuck on, man. The best decision I ever did besides becoming Muslim, man. But the Lord did that. God did that. I got that passport, and I got on. So all you slaves over here, you know, because y'all going to be on IG. Y'all going to be on that. Y'all was crying about TikTok. Oh, you don't like Donnie now? He gave you 75 days reprieve to come up with something. You can get your TikTok back. Like, what was you doing on it? 99% of you wasn't even making no fucking money. Making silly ass, little stupid ass videos. Like, hey, that's your thing. You got to escape reality. A slave has to escape reality. So I get it. I ain't going to say I be twerking. You know, I'm not a slave, so, you know, I moved on. But I can observe from afar, and I'm like, yo, this ain't getting no better, man. It ain't getting no better for the slave. Y'all getting more slavish. It ain't like y'all waking up. Y'all getting more slavish. Africa's waking up. Them young leaders, they getting over there, man. They throwing out the old school, telling France, get the fuck out. England, get up to all you European countries. Spain, fuck up out of here, man. You ain't extorting us no more, man. You ain't extorting us. You know, y'all need to start reading about the Haitian Revolution. The first country of color that was free in the Western Hemisphere. 1804. Read about that. You want to keep talking about how Haiti dirty and Haiti a third world country, all this, the white tea telling you. Read about how Haiti fought and got their independence in 1804. And then then they helped the Dominicans next door on the island of Hispaniola get their independence in 1824, 20 years later. Think about that. 1804, that was even before the Emancipation Proclamation that didn't even free you slaves. Y'all keep hollering about Abraham Lincoln. That didn't free no slaves. The South still kept slaves. Slaves only got free when the Northern troops came and liberated the Southern towns. Them slave masters didn't get rid of their slaves because of the Emancipation Proclamation. They had their own president, Jefferson Davis. You know, that's why I said, you know, when integration came, y'all stopped reading and y'all became ratchet. And y'all done fell right down that rabbit hole. And then you're producing kids that's down that rabbit hole. Young girl stabbing a boyfriend in the heart because he wouldn't let her look at his phone. This is where we at. Young girls all on social media with their ass hanging out. Young girls going to school with leggings on. You know, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And then you'll sit and look at somebody that's covered up and say, oh, man, they corny. You look at a Muslim, you'll look at a nun and say, oh, they corny, they covered up, they garbed up. But your nipples is out, you wearing see-through clothes. You know, this should tell you how insane and how slavish you foundational black Americans are. A woman will open a door of her home with more clothes on than what she wears out in the fucking street 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. You catch that? You knock on the female door, she'll open the door with more clothes on, whether she got a house robe on. She's going to open the door with more clothes on than what she'll wear outside the house to go to the club with her girlfriends. That's where the slaves is at now. That's where your mind is at. You have no fucking common sense. No common sense because you've replaced reading with ratchet. You replaced segregation with integration. Only way we would have made something pop in this country was to stay segregated. That's what the Asians do, don't they? That's what the Latinos do. They ain't running around trying to be white. They still speaking their language. They still speaking their language. You know, come over here and take advantage of the tax system and entrepreneurial system, and they get them a little store, little fruit stand, the cleaners and all that. Then we want to get mad and rob it because they got a cleaners in our neighborhood. Why we didn't have no cleaners? Well, we did have one. We did have one before integration. Stockholm Syndrome. Y'all got to wake up, man. Y'all got to wake up because you got the alarm clock in the graveyard to wake your ass up. Yeah, I ain't playing with you. That's what I said, man. You know. A slave is a slave, man. Only way you can wake a slave up, you gotta slap him. You gotta slap him. What Harriet do? She pulled that pistol out. Oh, y'all going. Think I came all the way back here to get you coons and you told me you scared. No, you going. And go they went. And go they went. That's what we need to go back to. If Harriet knew to get up out of here, y'all don't think y'all slaves? Yeah, you slaves. Yeah, you're a slave. Like I said, you're a slave in society. That's why they got you. They brought us over here to build this country. And then he got you working in factories and all them stores and all that. Like I said, y'all could be day trading like me. You know? Y'all could be looking swell and effervescent like your boy, man. 54 ain't never looked so good, man. Yeah. All praises due to Allah. Yeah. Because I don't eat poison. You know, I ate cucumbers this morning. You know? I ate some cherry tomatoes. I did eat a little yogurt bar, but you know, and I'm just grateful for my ancestors that they put this in me, man. Yeah. I ain't gonna never bow down except to Allah. Yeah. So I mean, what you gonna do? Boogaloo barbecue, baby. What you gonna do? Boogaloo barbecue, man. The slaves gotta wake up, man. You ever heard of a slave revolt? Nat Turner revolted. When y'all gonna revolt? When you gonna revolt? No, you gotta revolt. No, you know what I gotta do to revolt? Get your passport. You're too out of shape to fight back. So just get your passport and regroup, man, and go see other black people all over the world. African countries is paying you to come there, man. Y'all scared to death to leave. Y'all rather stay here and pay bills and die in debt. You know? But that's, you know, that's the definition of gangrene, man. You got to cut off a part of the body, man, so the rest of the body can live. That's why I got out. I couldn't stay around y'all, man. It would have killed my soul. I seen enough. 10 years, it killed my soul. I went into business with slave niggas. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about nothing. You know? Relationships with slave broads. You know, but hey, you live and you learn, man. One thing about it might have took me 10 years. I got out. And I think, and I'm going to surmise, that might have been the inside story behind the movie Get Out. With Key and Peele, you know what I'm saying? That might have been it. Like, you took it from the black boyfriend with the white girl, go up in the country with the white family, and they bugged out. But that's really a microcosm of America. Get out. And run like that nigga ran and hung that left on him. Get out, man. What you scared of? You 30, 40, 50 years old. You scared to death to get off the plantation. You know? Unless you're going to cruise or you go to a resort. You know, you're going to go there for a week and come back right to the plantation. Right back to the plantation. Right back to your chitlins and all that nasty ass slave shit. That's all you need to know, you slave. You still eating that shit, you a slave. You a slave. You fuck all that my grandparents ate, my family. Yeah, your family was slaves. Go ahead, take a bow. You eating that slave ass shit. All these alternatives out here, man, that grow your body. Your body is electric. It's a conduit for electricity. What do you think water is? They make electricity out of water, champ. Yeah. The Hoover Dam, all that water coming through there, man. Your body's electric, so you got to put water in it, man. H3O, not H2O. Don't let me get too deep on. I told you this before in other videos. H3O is in fruit and vegetables. H2O doesn't do nothing but fill you up, man. H3O is more thicker. It's like a gel. You know, it's like aloe vera. Aloe vera is a good example of H2O, the consistency. Eat your vegetables with seeds, your fruit with seeds, man. Wake up, slaves. Foundational black slaves. Wake up and get out. Because your boy Donnie closed that border, then you stuck like Chuck. They're going to have a workforce. That's what y'all don't understand. You know, y'all say, don't worry, you're going to throw out the Mexicans. Why you going to throw out the Latinos? How you going to go to a Mexican restaurant and you send them all back to the country? Because they got plenty of slaves like you to work here. That's why. That's why you get a Negro on the job. He think he the boss. Let his boss tell him to run the other workers. Oh, that Negro think he the boss. Come and tell you what to do and all that. That's why Donnie gonna run them out, because they already had a strong workforce full of slaves. And that's what they're gonna use your children for, man. Yeah. They're gonna use your life up, then your children gonna slide in right behind them. Not mine. Nah, I got anything to do about it. You know what I love hearing my boys say? Dad, we can't wait to go to the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic. They already know that. I show them pictures when I was there, and videos, and they talk on the phone with my people. And they like, oh, man, you know, school's on the beaches. School is outside where the vitamin D is shining down on you, man, and your brain is free. They done got out and all over the world. But I'm doing my part because I'm going to never embarrass my ancestors, man. They went too hard in the paint. They went too hard in the paint for real, man. So, you know, you slaves got to wake up sooner or later, man. You know, I'm going to come back. You know, I'm going to be back. I'm going to let my news feed, you know, full up. Then my timeline full. Yeah, I'll be back. You know, I'm going to have something else to say, man. But shit, you slaves got to work it out, man. You got to work it out, man, because, you know, you're going to watch me live my best life. You're going to watch me live my best life with my tribe. I found my tribe and my vibe in Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic. Yeah, Semana Bay. I found my tribe and my vibe. You got to find yours, man. This plantation ain't it, man. All right? Stop sitting around wasting your life watching football and basketball and all that. You living vicariously through LeBron James and Jaden McDaniels and Jalen Hurts. You know, motherfuckers don't even know y'all, man. Them brothers got a chance to change the trajectory of their life because of their talent. 1% of foundational Black America. 1%. 99% y'all give all your money. All the NFL paraphernalia and NBA shit y'all got, man. But they ain't got life insurance. They ain't got nothing. If that ain't some slave shit there, you got more Washington Commander shit in your house than you got life insurance policies. Than books. Because you replace Reason with Ratchet. So on that note, I got to go back get in the market to see what this $400. And then if it got to $500, I'll let y'all know. You know, like I said, you better become a mobile money maker. A 3M, baby. Mobile money maker. You use this thing right here to get paid. That's all I did. I sit back and I watch and I studied when I was in prison. Oh, I'm going to get me some money. And no, if I got some money selling drugs, what you think I'm not going to get no money not selling drugs? Nah. Gonna get me plenty of bread. So yeah, until you foundational Black slaves wake up, man, get out. Grow a pair. And your man is gone. Deuces. Now they don't want to let me go because come on, man, let me on. I'll stay on here now. Oh, look at that. Yeah, let me off. I'm going.